To submit your article to Socialmonkee, log into your account. Up in the gray bar, look for the button that is Download Plugin / Submit and click on it, which will bring you to the Submit page. The first thing they're going to ask you for is the URL. Now, if you were submitting a page from one of your blogs or websites, you'd simply put the URL here of that particular page. For articles, such as articles on Infobarrel, simply go to your article, open it up in a browser, and then click or copy the URL from the address bar. And I'm going to add one here now. And then it's asking me for a title, and notice it says must be spun, use at least 3 but up to 20 versions in the format. And I'm going to demonstrate that here in just a minute. And then down here for the description, it's the same way, must be spun and you must use at least 3. And then for the tags, must be spun, use at least 3 but up to 20. Okay, so our next task then is to spin our title, spin our description, and spin our tags and get them ready to submit. We'll do that now. Now this is the title, a description, and a series of tags for an article that I'm getting ready to submit to Socialmonkee. So the next job is to begin with the title and begin to spin it. Now, to do any spinning, you're going to use a couple of characters, and the first is a set of curly brackets, and the other is the pipes symbol, and the pipe symbol is located just below the backspace key on the US keyboard. I'm not sure where it's at on the UK keyboard. These are the symbols you'll use. And the idea here is to pick out a word or a phrase that you want to spin. And what I mean by spinning is you're going to add synonyms, words that mean the same, for any number of words or phrases in your title. And what that does then, remember, when you submit your article to Socialmonkee, it's going to give you 25 backlinks almost immediately. And it would not seem natural if all those backlinks had the exact same title, the exact same description, and the keywords in the same exact area. So what we want to do now is we want to spin this, and by spinning we're going to add synonyms, as I mentioned, and then when the software creates those backlinks for you, it's going to mix those up. And so it's just a matter of using these symbols to add synonyms, and let me show you how we do that. We'll start by spinning the word destroy. Put a curly bracket in front of it, curly bracket behind it, and then just inside that curly bracket put a pipe signal. Now add a synonym, followed by the pipe signal, and then add the third synonym. Now, as you add these words, you want to read your sentence and make sure it makes sense. So the original was, don't destroy your garden umbrellas with improper storage. When this is spun, one version will be, don't damage your garden umbrellas with improper storage, and the third version will be, don't ruin your garden umbrellas with improper storage. See how that works? All right, let's take another word. Let's work with the word your. Start with a curly bracket, end it with a curly bracket. Back it up here and add a pipe. You don't want to leave any spaces in here. The pipe sign in there. And then add the next word. Now, see what I've done? I've added expensive and any. Let's see how that works. Don't destroy your garden umbrellas. Don't damage your expensive garden umbrellas. Don't damage any garden umbrellas. Don't ruin your garden umbrellas. Don't ruin any garden umbrellas. See how that works? Okay, so we've got 3. We're using 3 here. As I said, with Socialmonkee you can use up to 20. Let's take the next one. Now I'm going to leave garden umbrellas because that's my main keyword, but we'll work with the word with here. Pipe, curly bracket, and add 2 more words. Alright, I've added using and because of. Let's see how that works. Don't destroy your garden umbrellas using improper storage. Don't damage your expensive garden umbrellas because of improper storage. And see how you just read through and make sure it makes sense. Let's do the next one. Alright, the next word was the improper. Alright, let's read this. Don't destroy your garden umbrellas with improper storage. Don't destroy your garden umbrellas using careless storage. Don't ruin any garden umbrellas because of faulty storage. So you want to, each time you add one, you want to go in and read the sentence and make sure it makes sense. So that's all there is to it. All you're doing is enclosing whatever word or phrase you're going to spin with the curly brackets. Add a pipes symbol, don't leave any spaces, and then add your synonym. Now you can do the same thing with phrases. You can spin a whole phrase. In fact, you can spin sentences if you like. But this works very well for Socialmonkee. Let's take a look at the description next. Now, in order to keep the video short as possible, I've gone ahead and spun the description using the same technique. In fact, in some cases, you can see where I've used phrases. This was a good deed, a favor in return, some thanks. Here's another phrase: taking care of, protecting, caring for. I can replace a phrase with a single word if I want to. Okay. Here's winter. Next one would be off season and harsh weather. So you can replace phrases with single words or single words with phrases. Just make sure that as you add each one, you read this to yourself and make sure that it makes sense. Next, we need to do our tags. The tags are simple. Usually, you can simply print out a list of keywords. Make sure they're good keywords, and make them comma separated. And then go through the process of spinning. Start out with a curly bracket, and then simply replace each one of those commas with a pipe symbol. And end with a curly bracket. Okay, that's all there is to it. Now that this is finished, all we have to do is copy this information and paste it into Socialmonkee in the proper boxes, and we're all finished. Back at Socialmonkee, I'm going to paste in the spun version of the title, and now I'll go and copy the spun version of the description. And then add the spun version of our tags. Now I'll paste in the spun version of the tags. Next, you can preview your work. You see down here near the bottom, shows you one version of that title. Don't damage any garden umbrellas using improper storage. Okay, and then the next version, it would be spun to a different version. And so if it looks good, in the next task you pick is to pick a category, and garden umbrellas will probably come under lifestyle. And now in the free version, where it says drip feed, you don't have any choice. In the free version, as I mentioned, you can come in once a day and submit one article and get 25 backlinks to that particular article. Come back the next day and submit another one, and so on and so forth. And it's set at 2 days. In other words, you're not going to get all 25 backlinks in one day. It's going to drip feed them over 2 days to make them more natural. Now, if you have what they call a premium version, and that's what I have, you can submit 3 times a day, and each time you submit an article, you'll get 100 backlinks, and you can spread this out over a number of days. I usually spread mine out over somewhere between 6 and 10 days for articles. Now, to get a premium version, you can either purchase it, or you can have 25 people sign up under you for a free account, and that'll get you a premium version. Alright, that's the total amount of work. And when you're done, simply go down here and click. Yours on the free version would say submit to 10 social sites. This one, because it's a premium version, says submit to 100 social sites. So simply click that. That will submit them and tell you that it's done, and that's all there is to it. Now, in a follow-up article and video, I'll show you how to use the exact same information with some very minor changes to submit all this information to a bookmarking site called Social ADR, which will help you also to get backlinks to your site. I need to make a quick correction. I said in the video that to get the premium version you'd have to have 25 people sign up under you. Actually, it's only 12. You have 12 people sign up for free membership and you're automatically made a premium member.